I want to make sure that we're being very careful with not following the intuitive eating, normal eating diet. And we're steering away from trying to be a perfect eater or a perfect intuitive eater, a perfect normal eater, that we're kind of sabotaging ourselves into a diet. And I mean this, when I say this, I truly, truly mean this with all my heart. There is no such thing as perfect eating. There's no such thing as the right satisfaction level, the right hunger scale number, it's just, that's all just overcomplicating and overthinking everything. I know this is it's simple, but it's not easy. But you literally just have to eat. Just eat. If your body is hungry, if your body wants to eat, you feed it. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And I know there's all these rules about like how you should always eat breakfast, and how you should always, not stop eating after 8, or you should be eating at a number 7 on the hunger scale, and you should stop when you feel satisfied at a certain number. It's just, this is all just so much. Think about it. Would your recovered self be paying attention to these type of things? Would your recovered self be overthinking, overanalyzing all the hunger cues and filling out on the journal prompts how you felt that day and this, that, the other? Guys, there's no such thing as perfect eating, okay? There are times where I snack just because I'm in the mood for something sweet, I'm in the mood for something salty, or I love lattes, I love coffee. I'm just in the mood to drink some caffeine to get a boost of energy in my system. And I've been into matchas lately, but that's another situation for another day. But there is just, don't overcomplicate it. And I know it's easier said than done, because when we're just coming off of years of restriction, of dieting, of rules, of people telling us how to eat, when to eat, all that stuff, it's just, we've steered so much from listening to our bodies. Guys, our bodies are the smartest organism on the entire planet. It is a blessing that you get to have a body that gets to do all the hard work for you. I want you guys to think of eating as easy as going to the bathroom, as easy as blinking, it's not even easy, as natural as going to the bathroom, as natural as blinking, as natural as breathing. Because that's what it is. Your body signals to you when it is hungry because it needs fuel to go on about its day, to go on about keeping you alive and keeping you running. Don't fall into the perfect intuitive eating, normal eating trap, because there's no such thing as perfect eating. There's no such thing as being a perfect intuitive eater. Just eat. It's super, super simple, but I know after years of conditioning ourselves for rules, restrictions, and telling our body when to eat, and we think that we can outsmart our body, but our body will always outsmart us. That's why in my last video, or I made a video a couple weeks ago where I talked about how, wanting to lose weight and being in recovery or post-recovery and stuff like that, and how I've changed my opinion about that over the years. But I emphasize in that video, like, if you're still recovering, if you're still having thoughts about eating disorders and like eating disorder thoughts and dieting and restriction, and there's certain triggers, and like, you are not recovered, and you know this deep down inside, you know this. And I also think, like, a lot of people look at intuitive eating as a form of like a weight loss program as well. A lot of what intuitive eating is marketed about is losing weight naturally, but that can fall into a diet in itself. Like, you can easily trap yourself into dieting with intuitive eating. Intuitive eating is not a weight loss program. Intuitive eating, in my opinion, is just eating when your body feels like it and stopping when your body feels like it, and not overthinking, overcomplicating any of that. As a side effect, some people do lose weight, some people gain weight, some people don't, but it's not even about that. It's about having a healthy relationship with food, because food is fuel and food is meant to be enjoyed as well. So I have to be very, very careful when I talk, especially with that video, when I talk about, wanting to lose weight and talking about intuitive eating, because how I live today pretty much is I do eat, and this isn't to give anybody any rules. Do what works for you. If by all means, if you need to eat all the junk food, all the sugary food or whatever for the purposes of telling your body, look, I'm never going to restrict you again. Do it. I say there's a disclaimer on the description of this video. At the end of the day, you got to do what works best for you. I am not a medical physician. I'm not a registered dietitian. This is just a random girl on YouTube talking about her experience. Okay. So there's that. But for me, I had to overeat on all the sugary stuff, the high processed stuff, the fatty stuff, all of that, so my body could rest assured that it was never going to starve again. And over time, those things did lose interest, and my body started gravitating more towards more holistic foods, more nutrient dense foods, and those foods really helped me with my digestion and with other aspects of my life, with feeling more, being more focused. But that's just me. That's just my experience. You got to do what's best for you. Do not look at intuitive eating as a diet or a weight loss program, because it's anything but that. And the moment you do start looking at intuitive eating as a way to lose weight, you're going to go into diet mode and you're going to start restricting, and then you're going to unfortunately relapse or step back, take several steps back, because that's not what it is. I do believe there is a way to lose weight healthily and consciously, but at the same time still honoring your body, treating your body with respect and loving it no matter what the size is. But I'll make that video on another day, and I'll direct you guys to the right professionals and resources to help you with that in a later video if you guys want. But right now, the prime focus is to recover and to get your body's trust back and to live your life as much as possible, because recovery consists of two things: of allowing your body, trusting your body and allowing your body to recover for as long as it needs to, and living your life. And I always say recovery ideally should be happening in the background as you are living your life as much as possible. It's gonna be hard at first, but it is possible, and it'll get easier with time. So I hope this helps, and let me know what you guys think.